And now to Operation Cyber Sting. Local deputies cracking down on men who meet teens online for sex. Fox 12 teamed up with the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office and with the help of federal ICE agents began searching for suspects. We took over a house in Northeast Portland and chatted online. What we found was shocking. In just 3 days, deputies arrested 3 men, all who, according to police reports, tried to have sexual contact with girls they thought were teenagers, one as young as 13. Fox 12 investigator Carrie Tomlinson was the first TV reporter to do this type of sting, and since, as you probably know, national news has followed suit. Carrie, it seems to still be a big problem here.
Well, indeed, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Department says it is a big problem around the country and right here in the Portland area. For the past 2 years, Fox 12 has exposed online predators, but you, the viewers, have asked for more. So tonight we show you what can happen when we work together with the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office and federal ICE agents to take these local suspects to court. Now the first one, and we have the chat logs here, is a soccer coach from Gresham.
Here we come. Wave.
This is how the date began. Seconds later, the romance was over.
Go.
Multnomah County Sheriff's deputies arrest a man in his 50s
Get on the ground, let's see your head.
saying he tried to have sex with an underage girl.
Don't move.
The courtship started days back, online. Detectives say 55-year-old Harry Stephen Bailey of Gresham was chatting up 15-year-old Victoria of Portland.
I love the sweet taste of I bet you taste so sweet. Do you get real wet?
Meet Victoria, Multnomah County Detective Bobby O'Donnell. Not a teen, not female, and not interested in letting predators take over the internet. When Harry Bailey asked to come over and meet Victoria alone, the detective agreed. Cameras set, arrest team ready, decoy at the door.
As he came out of the car, my only thoughts were, okay, I gotta get in the house, don't let him touch me. Ew, don't let him touch me.
In the driveway.
Hey, Steven? Good, how are you? But it's so cold.
Go.
Harry Stephen Bailey has coached soccer in Gresham with his daughter's team, girls the same age as Victoria. The chat log shows he told Victoria he wanted to climb on top and go deep inside.
Online is one thing. You know, you do say anything online.
But showing up at a house where a girl is alone is another thing.
And, well, that's why I said go outside. That way she could see me and I could get it done over with and leave. You know, I really thought she'd look at me and say, ooh.
So you were going to come here and you were going to tell the girl that you're too ugly to have sex with her, but if she said okay, then you were going to have sex with her.
No, I wasn't. I was going to tell her that she's crazy, and I don't, like I said, I don't think I can. I'm pretty much impotent.
Watching his hunched over position the whole time, I just felt bad for him, but I don't want him just roaming around either. And then he played up the impotent story, so I kind of felt bad for that too.
I don't even think I could get it up, let alone, I mean, look at me, I mean, I'm a big old fat guy.
But what Harry Bailey is not saying is that he has a pill in his pocket. Deputies say Viagra, perhaps for Victoria.
My last question for you is, what would you do if you drove back home tonight and you found a man in his 50s having sex with your daughter?
I'd be very upset.
What would you do?
I don't know. I really don't know.
How would you feel?
I don't know, ma'am.
But that's what you were going to do.
No, I was not going to. I was not going to have sex with her. That's why I told her, come outside, just be outside. And I was going to tell her, hey, you can't do this.
This man, a former Marine who says he works at the Veterans Hospital, is going to jail to be booked and charged.
All right, have a seat there with your jacket. We'll get you in the back in a few moments.
For the decoy, the date is over, but she hopes their romance, their meeting, and their goodbye will help keep kids safe online.
He needs to be locked away then for a while and seek lots of treatment.
Now, Harry Stephen Bailey is going to court on state charges. He was released from jail last week while waiting for those court proceedings. However, Tonight, he was arrested again by ICE agents, and this complaint shows that he will be facing federal charges as well. Reporting live, Carrie Tomlinson, the 10 o'clock news.
He's always making sure I go to bed on time.
Well, after deputies arrested Harry Bailey, Fox 12 talked with both his wife and daughter, and coming up in the final cut, you will hear from them and from the soccer league where Bailey used to coach. It may be
Now to more on our Operation Cyber Sting. Tonight we introduce you to a local soccer coach accused of using the internet to meet a teenage girl he wanted to have sex with. And now you're going to hear from his wife, daughter, and other soccer league members. KPTV's Carrie Tomlinson joins us with the new details on this Fox 12 investigation. Carrie?
Well, he was a soccer coach for the East Side United League. Today, the league put out this letter letting parents know that one of their own has been arrested. And the league says no matter what the outcome of this court case, it is heartbreaking. Teen soccer players take the field in Gresham. Across town, one of their former coaches is caught up in a game of his own.
Don't roll over on your stop.
Detectives say 55-year-old Harry Stephen Bailey came to this house in Portland to meet a 15-year-old girl for sex after chatting online.
All right.
You are a sexy angel. I would love to watch you as you my.
He's a good guy, so I don't think there's anything wrong, hopefully.
This is Bailey's own daughter, who just turned 15 herself.
He's always making sure I go to bed on time, checking my schoolwork, seeing if I need help with anything. He's the one that wakes me up in the morning, takes me to and from my sports games, always seeing if I ever need help with stuff.
He coached his daughter's soccer team last spring, part of East Side United, the shirt he was wearing when he came to the house.
Yeah, we didn't have any issues with them. I just remember him being a loud coach, you know, just ex-Marine type.
Parents and coaches told us he goes by his middle name, Steve, and has a heart of gold. The arrest does not fit with their image of him.
I wouldn't even believe it was Steve. You know, to be honest, I would not believe that would be Steve.
But some neighbors say they're not surprised.
I've seen him just with too many young girls around his house.
This neighbor wants to stay anonymous, but says Bailey made him and his family nervous. They felt he was eager to spend time with young girls other than his daughter.
I didn't like seeing an older man with a young girl, and being a situation they were in was just did not look appropriate. We had our own suspicion a long time ago.
Hi there. For Bailey's family, all this is traumatic.
I don't think he did it.
His wife, speaking in Korean, says her husband devotes his whole life to his children, a son and daughter. She can't imagine that he did it. But if he did, she says, their relationship is over.
I can understand if he hurts me, but by doing this, he's hurting his children or their children, and that's what she finds unforgivable, and which is the most unbearable thing for her.
Mm-hmm. Now, the soccer league says Bailey was a coach for 4 years, and they say he passed many background checks during that time and was certified. The league says here it never received a complaint or saw any sign that his behavior was a problem for their soccer kids. Now, if you'd like to see more of Bailey's arrest and the first interview, log on to our website, kptv.com. Reporting live, Carrie Tomlinson, the 10 o'clock news.
And our cyber sting continues tomorrow night when we introduce you to another local man caught online. Deputies say after chatting with a federal ICE agent, this man showed up at the house with chocolates and condoms. Coming up tomorrow night, find out who he is and what he had to say to our cameras. And that's tonight's Final Cut. Tonight on Operation Cyber Sting, local deputies bust a Beaverton man on charges he wanted to have sex with a young teen. Fox 12 teamed up with the Multnomah County Sheriff's Department and ICE, posing as underage girls online. We rented a Portland house and we wired it with cameras. Local guys arrested, caught on tape. Fox 12 started the Cyber Sting shows here 2 years ago. Tonight we'll show you what happens when we work with local law enforcement to take the cyber sting to the next level. KPTV's Carrie Tomlinson joins us now live. Carrie, the next man you're going to show us does not look like a predator.
Well, no, but if you read the chat logs, you will see a different side to him. His name is Kanjirakat Vinod. He goes by Vin online. He's a computer company employee in the Portland area, and we warn you, some of his chat may be graphic. The decoy is ready.
Hi. Good to see you. Good to see you too.
And so are we. Hi. We're with Channel 12 News. Why are you here?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry.
For what?
For everything. I really am.
Why did you say you wanted to have sex with her?
I have no words, ma'am. I really don't have any words.
He had the words online when he asked a 13-year-old we'll call Brittany for a makeout session.
Do you want to kiss me? You want to let me play with your breasts? I don't want anyone seeing me.
But Brittany is an adult male, a special agent with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, going online undercover to stop predators with the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office.
Do you want me to enter you?
It's scary what's going on with these conversations, with these predators who are preying on our children.
There's no doubt in my mind that they would be with real children, having real sex.
Not tonight. 36-year-old Vin, a computer guy from Beaverton, is meeting instead a real news crew and real deputies with handcuffs and guns.
Hi, take your hands out of your pockets.
Sir.
Do you have any weapons, any knives,
No, sir.
anything like that?
No, sir.
Any guns? What you got in there?
That's a box of chocolates.
Okay, that's chocolates. Can I get that out?
Sure.
Chocolates for Brittany, condoms for protection, and apologies again and again.
That's what I want to say, ma'am. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just trying to find out what's going on with you. It seems like you recognize this might be something wrong that you've done. So what is going on in your life that would lead you to come here?
Nothing to say, ma'am.
Okay.
Vin tells us his family is in India, a wife and 2 young children under 5.
Just a wrong mistake, ma'am. Really, it's a wrong mistake.
Would you consider it a mistake if a man had sex with your children?
Yes.
How would you feel?
I'd feel really bad.
Vin was going to move to San Jose the next day. This was supposed to be his last night in Portland, a night to remember. No doubt, he always will.
Just like the bad guys get smarter, so do we. Every arrest makes a difference.
Vin is now facing federal charges, and these federal documents show that he told detectives after our Fox 12 interview with him that he did intend to come over and kiss and touch the girl, and was even going to suggest a hotel for them to have sex. However, he added that he was going to try to talk the girl out of having sex with him. Reporting live, Carrie Tomlinson, the 10 o'clock news.
Never had a problem with him. Yeah, this is crazy.
And coming up in the final cut, we talk with people who live near Vin, including the man who rented him a room in his house. That part of our exclusive investigation is still to come.
And one of the men arrested in the cyber sting faced a judge in federal court today. Harry Stephen Bailey says that he coaches kids sports in the Gresham area. Investigators say that he asked a 15-year-old for sex online and then showed up to meet her at our cyber sting house. Today, the judge let him out of custody until his next court hearing. He will have electronic monitoring. Plus, the judge says there will be software on the computers in Bailey's house watching where he goes and what he does online. And now that we And now, Operation Cyber Sting continues.
See why one man's landlord says he is not letting him back in. This after a cyber sting arrest. Fox 12 worked with Multnomah County and Immigration and Customs Enforcement to catch local predators online. We set up a bust house to see if adults in the Portland area were would show up to have sex with underage girls. Deputies were standing by, ready to arrest them. KPTV's Carrie Tomlinson joins us now live. Carrie, his landlord is not happy tonight.
No, absolutely not. Now, this is Kanjirakat Vinod's mugshot. He was booked into jail after deputies say he tried to connect with a 13-year-old girl. But now that Vin, as he calls himself online, has been arrested, he may have to find a new place to live if he is let out of custody.
Affirmative.
He sells software by day and works the computer at night. He set up a meeting with a 13-year-old we'll call Brittany, his latest online pal. Hi. But her friends showed up too. Hi. We're with Channel 12 News. Why are you here?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, perhaps, for asking young Brittany for sex online, for making sure her dad was gone before coming over, for bringing chocolates and condoms for their date.
It's way out of the blue.
David Lee rents a room to Vin in Beaverton. In this house, he advertised the room on Craigslist.
I never had a problem with him. Yeah. This is crazy.
Crazy, he says, because Vin has a wife and 2 young children in India.
How old are they?
4.5 and 1.5.
When was the last time you saw them?
2 weeks ago.
Weeks ago. What do you think your wife would feel if she found out?
I have no words. Believe me, I don't have any words.
Yeah, and we have a neighborhood full of children.
Some of Vin's neighbors say they'll put up flyers warning people of the arrest.
You know, making them aware that this individual lives here in our neighborhood and that he is a pedophiler, and be aware and watch your kids even closer.
But Vin may not live here much longer. He had planned to leave Beaverton for San Jose soon. Now that he's been arrested, some hope he will leave.
Yeah, he was supposed to leave anyway, so maybe he's trying to change his mind. I better get my keys from the cops. He's renting a room from me. He's not coming back in.
And he is in custody right now and will stay behind bars until next week, and that's when there will be a hearing to see if he should stay in custody or be let out for the rest of the court proceedings. Reporting live, Carrie Tomlinson, the 10 o'clock news.
And our cyber sting continues tomorrow as deputies arrest another local man. This time the suspect refused to come to the house. Instead, cops say he asked the teenage girl he met online to come meet him in Southeast Portland.
I think you have mistaken identity.
Is it?
Yes, I believe so.
We will show you the dramatic arrest, plus tell you more about this Oregon man caught in our cyber sting. And that. Well, tonight, a new twist to Operation Cyber Sting. This time, instead of coming to a home to try to hook up with a teenage girl, a man unwittingly had deputies come to him. For 3 days, Multnomah County deputies, along with help from federal ICE agents, used this home to talk to local men on the internet. The deputies posed as teenage girls, meeting older guys and letting them come over, supposedly to have sex. Well, 2 men showed up, but the third refused, instead instructing the girl to meet him in Southeast Portland. Fox 12 cameras caught the arrest on tape. KPTV's Carrie Tomlinson even questioned the man, and she joins us now live with more. Carrie?
Well, that's right. Operation Cyber Sting was set up to work out of a house. But when the suspect went mobile, so did the Multnomah County Sheriff's Department to catch the man behind these very graphic chats, someone they think is a predator. And we warn you, parts of the chat may be disturbing. Tyrell wanted to meet his underage girl alone. But she brought chaperones.
What is happening? What? Police. Oh!
For a while, though, it looked like deputies would never meet with Tyrell at all.
I gave up predicting on these guys a long time ago.
Paul Farnstrom with the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office went online as a 16-year-old girl we'll call Tara. 23-year-old Tyrell liked what he saw.
Honestly, I think you may be younger than 16.
He said that he wanted to do some grinding, and he wanted me to wear a skirt without any underwear.
Night after night, Tyrell kept up the chat.
Would you at least give me a I shouldn't try to solicit this from a young girl like you, but you seem cool and horny and cute.
I would love to see Tyrell come in today.
But Tyrell was nervous, thinking Tara might bring the cops.
And he never came over. So I feel like this is unfinished business, and Tyrell should show up tonight.
Finally, just as the sting was wrapping up, Tyrell set up the date. He asked Tara to meet him at the Taco Del Mar parking lot in Southeast Portland, right across from the youth hostel where he was staying.
So I know it's not a trap like a police sting. Laugh out loud.
He told her he would watch from his car, and when she got dropped off and was standing alone, he would walk up to her.
Got a surprise waiting for him.
I think there's a mistake. I don't know what you're trying to do.
We do a story on online predators, men who chat with teenage girls and ask them for sex, underage girls.
Are you serious?
Your name is Clayton Tyrell Shaw,
That's correct.
Baker City. Your mother's name is
That's correct.
and you never asked to meet anyone here?
No.
How long are you going to keep that up?
What up? I wasn't here to meet anybody.
You a good liar?
That would be what?
Finally, Tyrell began to talk.
Did you talk about meeting up with anybody?
Yes.
At the Taco Del Mar?
Yes. But I was never gonna do anything.
So you told her you were going to have sex with her.
No. That's incorrect.
What did you tell her?
We just talked about sex. I didn't say I was gonna have sex with her.
We remind him of the chats.
If you came to Southeast right now, I'd your for sure.
Did you say you were going to suck her dry?
I don't know precisely.
Do you want us to bring out the chat logs?
Sure, I mean, I'm not admitting it, I'm not disqualifying it, but I took no action.
Deputies and decoys have a different view of Tyrell's behavior.
That's why he got nervous about it. He knows this is not acceptable.
They pulled a large knife and hammer handle from his car.
I mean, that was like that long. That was a big knife, big blade.
Tyrell told detectives the weapons were for his own safety. But one decoy worries about the safety of teens he might meet in the future.
I would just be scared if I was a real girl looking to go out on a date with him, because that's not normal to have in your car, for all I know, but that's definitely sketchy.
Tyrell, his full name Clayton Tyrell Shaw of Baker City, says he did not commit a crime. He is, however, facing charges of attempted sex abuse in the 3rd degree. Now, we asked him if he felt it would be morally or ethically wrong, instead of legally wrong, to talk to a 16-year-old girl online about sex, and he said no. In his belief, it is not. Reporting live, Carrie Tomlinson, the 10 o'clock news.
Tonight in Operation Cyber Sting, we take you inside, showing you how Fox 12 and law enforcement work to expose local predators. Deputies arrested 3 men in 3 days. Fox 12 investigators joined together with the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office and U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The goal, to find local predators trying to meet with your kids online. How did they do it? KPTV's Carrie Tomlinson joins us now live to explain.
Well, it took months of prep work to get ready for this 3-day sting at the house. Dozens of people, multiple agencies, all working together to make this operation come together. Well, now we take you inside this bust house for a behind-the-scenes look at Operation Cyber Sting. Feel free to visit our Sting house in Northeast Portland. Just remember, Fox 12 is watching.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Our undercover photographers spent hours wiring the house.
Yeah, this right here is a good camera because it has night vision on it. And it's pretty well disguised in a trash bag. We make it pretty much just look like trash.
Garbage cam, door cam, shed cam, plant cam.
We'll put a plant on top of it so you can't really tell what it is.
There are so many cameras, you will never know what's real and what's an electronic eye. We add a fake living room, and the stage is set. The chatters arrive. Multnomah County Sheriff's detectives and federal ICE agents posing as young teens online.
Being an older man, it's challenging, and I've never been a 13-year-old girl. So some of the time you wing it, we bounce ideas off of each other.
Teen decoys like MJ assist with language and culture, but she believes the chatters don't need much help.
Well, the officers are really convincing 13-year-olds. They've got all the lingo down. I would think they were a 13-year-old if I were online.
And so do the predators. Every night of the sting, adults in the Portland area ask the teens for sex. Some ask to come over and visit, as long as the girls are home alone. The arrest team is put on alert. The Fox 12 investigators get ready too.
Yeah, that way it can't get shot.
When the visitor arrives, this is what he'll see. And this is what we'll see. 36-year-old Vin from Beaverton wanting sex with a young teen. He's caught in the act.
Sorry.
Another arrest for Operation Cyber Sting.
I think it hit me harder than a lot of stuff I've seen or dealt with as a police officer.
Multnomah County detectives say this sting has had a powerful effect, not just on predators, but on law enforcement as well.
I've seen homicides, I've seen child deaths, but to know that these individuals are in our community and they're our teachers, our coaches, people that we trust and love can fall into this behavior and prey on our children, it really scares me.
But detectives say the sting is making a difference. 3 adults asking kids for sex, 3 adults now off the internet.
I think it's gone well. I think the mission is a success. I go home and sleep better knowing I'm at least making an effort.
An interesting note here, the bust house was actually just a few blocks from the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office. In fact, most of the adult visitors had to pass by the big building marked Sheriff in order to get to the sting house. But that, of course, did not stop them from showing up. And it also made it very convenient for deputies after they arrested their suspects. Reporting live, Carrie Tomlinson, the 10 o'clock news.
And our Operation Cyber Sting continues tomorrow. Find out the tricks local predators use to try to stay ahead of the cops online, and we'll also show you how Fox 12 is helping cops make the internet a safer place for your kids. Keep your family safe by watching tomorrow night on the 10 o'clock news.
Tonight on Operation Cyber Sting, a look at what our investigation means for you and your family. Fox 12 went undercover with the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office and Immigration and Customs Enforcement. We rented a house and set up the sting, and then deputies arrested men who went online to ask underage girls for sex. So is the internet safer now for your kids? KPTV's Carrie Tomlinson joins us now live with more on that. Carrie?
Well, we've done this sting with these graphic chats for 3 years now, and there's been national coverage too. So you might think the predators in the Portland area would wise up and stay away. But even the ones who have seen our Fox 12 stories are still showing up for sex with local kids. They're still out there, still looking for kids.
If people don't believe stuff like this is happening to like young girls, then they should go online sometime.
2 years of Fox 12 local stings and national coverage has not stopped predators from lurking on the internet.
These predators are becoming smarter, and they know we're out there, and they know we're trying to do all we can do to catch them.
The predators are more wary now, asking more questions, demanding proof that chatters are not cops. They're not as quick to set up a face-to-face meeting with the teen as they were before. And they used to think meeting kids at houses was safe. Now predators think sting operation and often ask the kid to meet in a public place.
RO information, please.
But law enforcement is getting smarter too, training on how to chat, going mobile to catch their suspects, using projects like Operation Cyber Sting to hone their skills.
We really didn't have an idea about how many people we would get.
They got 3, and they got the message that there are more out there still trying to seduce kids.
It's huge. I'm very surprised at how easy this has been.
Relax, relax.
The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office says Operation Cyber Sting will help change the internet, making predators more nervous and taking some bad guys offline.
I'm hoping that this is a lesson, like a slap in the face. We're out there, and you're not safe.
But most of all, they want to keep parents and kids aware that it's still dangerous to roam free online.
I think a lot of us want to still have that innocent view that chatting online is an innocent thing.
Know your friends and, watch your back.
The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office says it now wants to launch a new cyber sting type unit to monitor the internet for local predators going after local children. Now you can see all of the stories we've done all week, plus extra video and interviews, as well as safety tips for parents, all on our website, kptv.com. Reporting live, Carrie Tomlinson, the 10 o'clock news.